Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday night. Normally, I come to you on Monday nights, but I had to work late. I am in escrow and title, and I was putting together a package to go out and I ran late. And then, of course, if you run late, I have traffic because I work at 32nd Street in Camelback. So I just, I could not get here in time for me to get together and put this on. So I apologize. So I just decided to postpone it until tonight. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, a couple days late. I hope everyone had a nice Easter. I sure did. I had all my family over and we got to enjoy this beautiful weather that we're having. It was so nice to sit outside, and we put up an easy up since we don't have a cover. Well, we have a patio, but it's always so nice to sit outside and have way more room. So we got to sit outside and enjoy the nice weather and enjoy everyone's company and just have food and fun and watch the grandkids do an Easter egg hunt. And that was just so much fun. Um, Hi, Mom. Yes, it was, huh? It was a great day. So it was so much fun. It's just nice to see everybody. It's been a while since we got to see everybody and enjoy everybody and have so much fun. So, and with the weather being nice, it was nice to be able to sit outside and enjoy it because soon it'll be hot and not be able to do that. But that's why we also live in Arizona because we're not having snow. Some parts of the country are having lots of snow. So yeah, glad we're not having snow. So we get to sit outside and enjoy it. So nice weather to be able to do that. So I was perusing over the weekend to try and find a card, and I found a card from a lady named Michelle Reynolds, and it's a really pretty card using our stamp set bundle, Flowering Tulips. And it's available until June, and then it'll be in the new catalog, but it won't be a bundle. So you might want to get it before it's not a bundle. I think in the new catalog it's separate, so you'll have to buy it separately. Um, However, I didn't realize until I started reading on how she put it together. I thought she stamped everything, but no, she did not. So it is quite a moment. So I ended up using the die set and I cut out everything because it took me a long time to put this card together, so I cut everything out. And then what I'm going to do is show you how to put it all together. We are only stamping one thing with this card tonight. So yes, it was a moment, but it is really pretty. It is a really pretty card. But the stamp set is gorgeous. So this is the stamp set, and you can do so many different things with it too. So, all these stamps, I had passed it over in the catalog. It is in the June or the what is it called? I put it away because it'll be over in June. I'm sorry. So, but it's still available. So I had kind of passed it over and not really looked at it, and then I'm just trying to figure out what to do with items that are going to be obsolete. And then I realized in the new catalog, because I got my new catalog, it is in the new catalog. So I thought, well, I need to do something with this. And it's actually really pretty. Has a lot of nice sayings to it too. Love you so much. No one deserves a happier birthday than you. Let today be the start of something new. So, I actually have some really neat sayings too. So, this is what we're going to work with. And I use this. The other stamping actually we did do was I stamped these little leaves and then die cut them out as well. But I already did that because it was quite the thing. But this is a really nice set. So the dies that we used were quite a few of them. And so I put them all out here for you to see. These are all the dies. Oops. And this is the stem. And then we used, I liked the little leaf the best. On mine, I used the big leaf and the little leaf, but I ended up on this card we're gonna do, I ended up just die cutting out the little leaf because I liked it better. So I'm gonna switch you over so you can actually see my table much better. There we go. So here's the little leaf, and then look at all these tulips, and they don't really look like tulips until we start putting them together, and then you'll see what I mean. And then this is the stem that you use to make so that it all connects them. And I don't remember how they all go back on here, so I just put them on here tonight because I couldn't figure out how they all went back on here. It's like a puzzle getting them back on this thing. So I'm just going to stick them on here for tonight, and I'll figure out how to put them on there. So here's the card we're going to make. And it's really pretty. So, oh, so they like my new setup. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, it's taken me a long time to figure it out. But I'm really glad because then you get to see the table better, and then I'm sort of in the background, but I'm on the side. But at first you get to see me, and then my table is much better. So I'm glad. So yeah, I do like it better too. But this is our new. This is the card we're going to make, and it's really pretty. And these stand out a lot, so that's why in the picture I didn't realize that, but yeah, so it's quite a moment, but it is pretty. So we're going to make it in different colors. So this color that I made this card in is actually Daffodil Delight. This yellow is a Daffodil Delight, and we're going to make it in Petal Pink. So we're going to make it in different colors. So here's the color we're going to make. You can't really tell, the lighting is kind of wonky. I'm going to have to, I think, get different lighting so that the light's a little bit different, but I'm working on it a little bit at a time. We're getting there. But this is Petal Pink, and we cut it at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored it at 4.25. So we're going to give that a little bit of a crease to get it nice. And we have that crease in there. And then the paper I used, oh my goodness. So this paper, I know this paper is not in the new catalog, and it's Waves of the Ocean designer series paper. Oh my goodness, this is, we have, of course, all of our paper is really nice, but this has, of course, two sides to it. So all over the paper, it's like the ocean. It's beautiful. And then it comes with, we have another die set and stamp set that goes with this, and it's really nice. But this paper is just gorgeous. And when she said she used this paper, I was like, oh my goodness, that's interesting. So we took a piece of this designer paper, and this is what we used. So this has the yellow and the pink in it, and it turned out really pretty. So I was really happy about that. So we're going to use this piece is 5.25 by 4. And then we put that on the front. So we're going to adhere that. We're going to adhere some of this, and then we're going to put the tulips together. We're going to put that on. And this goes with both the yellow and this pink. And boy, it really makes the pink stand out, and it makes the yellow stand out. So it actually goes with both very nicely. And then we're going to make, this is Calypso Coral, which is really nice. And then it's got this little darker Calypso Coral in it. So this piece is 2 by 4.25. And then we took another piece of this designer series paper, sorry. And it's 1 7/8 by 4. And that's going to go on this piece of paper. We're going to adhere this to this. This I just attached. Just a little bit shorter so it just shows, just kind of peekaboos through. And then that makes that darker color stand out. So that's really kind of, it just makes all the colors stand out. And then we're going to adhere this piece to this. And I know I'm not pop dotting it, I know, but that's because we pop dot the tulips on there, so we don't want to get it too thick. And you just kind of set this on here, just a little ways away from the left, not quite in the center, but just kind of eyeball it. Maybe I put that a little bit too in the center, but it'll be all right. And we can put a piece of white on there, but you could still write on there and you don't have to put a piece of our white. Okay, so now we're going to put together the tulips. So when you die cut them, and you probably won't be able to see them, but there is little like score marks on the tulips. So we're going to fold the tulips. And then glue them. Now, so that the glue doesn't get all over everything and your surface, and you don't glue to the surface, you'll want to use we have a mat that the glue will be on here, but then it'll just wipe right off. It makes it nice. So the score marks, fold that, and then there's another mark, and then we're going to fold that again. So I did not do this to mine, but I found it stuck up a little bit. So I think if we, and then we want to glue that. And then also there's like little marks on this too. So when you put it on your card, you'll be able to see it, and it actually shows up kind of nice. So put just a little bit of glue. And again, if you get glue on this mat, it won't matter because it'll just peel off once it dries. And then nothing else will stick to it either. So, all right. So we're going to do that with this one too. So there's like a little mark on there. That makes our little tulip again. So we're going to glue that. Felt like I was in grade school again, playing with glue. All right, and then I have another one I did. Glue that on. Look for just a second to get that glue to set. And this other color, this is the blushing bright, the petal pink, but this is the Calypso coral we'll want to put on top of here, which will make it really nice. Give it a contrast color for that. All right, so then this one, you can also just put on top and make it the same if you want to. So you can glue that, or you can glue this like this. I have this one. You can make it the same. Didn't do enough of the little one, baby ones. Contrast. And then the same. This one. Go. I think I did mine like this. I think I put too much on that one. I did 3, so. All right, so we don't need that one. I must have put an extra one. Okay. Or I did one differently. All right. Now I'm going to put them together with the stem. So glue it on the, put a tiny bit of glue on this. This is where I got glue all over the stem. And this. Put a leaf too. Yesterday I didn't put a leaf until afterwards. And then put another tulip. Put another leaf. And I want to tuck a tulip in there. Oops. Not enough glue. Sometimes you get too much, sometimes you don't get enough. And then I want another leaf down here. Okay. Now we're ready to put that on. Looks a little different than mine, but I think this looks a little bit better. See, now I have all that glue on there, but after that dries, it'll just peel right off, and then you didn't get glue all over here. And I can put my card down and I'll be okay. And then there's even some glue on the back of there, which is great, so that'll help us. Actually, I didn't glue it. I top dotted it, which that's okay too. So just because it looks so much better if you have pop dots, give it some dimension. And right on top of the glue. and that will be no harm, no foul. All right, now when she did hers, she did Happy Easter, but of course, since it's after Easter, I picked a just thinking of you today. You could do a birthday. You know, there's so many things that you could pick and you could do. So I'm thinking just about right there. I think that needs to go. Okay. Now my saying is going to go on. That's my pink. It's going to go on our petal pink piece. So there it is. And that is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. And I'm going to stamp that with Tulips of Coral. Perfect. Okay. And then I used and this is not going to be in the new catalog, but I just love it. But we're going to get some new punches that are amazing too. It's tailored tag punch. So then you can just put this in here, line it up, just, to make it look kind of in the middle as you can. Oops. Remember, anytime you do our punches, don't get your parts of your finger, your meaty parts of your hands in the tag or in here. I did that at retreat and it's finally healed. It hurts really bad. It is not any fun. I put pop dots on here too. Actually, they're called dimensionals, but I give stuff their own little names. But if you want to look them up in the catalog, they are called dimensionals. But I could always help you look them up, of course. They do have a real name. Dimensionals on that. I did use a lot of things that are retiring, but see, then we just cover up some of that stem that we didn't need, but that just ties that all together. Now, we don't have, well, I couldn't find, or I would probably do, but I still think that we could use, we have ribbon that is this yellow ribbon because we have yellow here. Or we could use white ribbon. We have white ribbon too because I couldn't find any. We probably have Blushing Bride or we do have paper that's called Blushing Bride too. Or we could use Petal Pink ribbon. Let's see. Let's see if we have white here. White'll do too. So we had this white that I think is also retiring. Let's make a ribbon, a bow out of this pretty ribbon too. Make your bunny ears. Just pull it to how you want it to be. I don't want it to be very big, so we'll just pull that through. The lipstick. Mint. And then we can cure it with our glue dots. There we go. And I don't have any colored beads that are pink. Yes, I do. Or this color. So, again, yes, I do. No, that's not the right color. So I think I'm going to just leave it. We could do rhinestones, but I think it looks okay the way it is. Usually I glamorize it, but that's our card for tonight. I think that turned out really well. I think that looks pretty there. So, but like I said, cutting all this out, it just takes it a little bit of time, and I knew I wouldn't have time to do that on the Facebook Live just because I'm slower at it and then putting it all together. But it does make for a beautiful card to send to somebody. You could do it, as a thank you card. You could do it as a, thinking like this one, just thinking about you today. I thought that was a really nice saying. A birthday card too would work. So, you could do it as any kind of card that you need to send out. And you can make the tulips, of course, any color and pick different paper as well. So, but oh, good. You like the white bow? So, I mean, I think that ties it in because there is white in there as well. So, I think that tied it together too. So, I'm glad. So, but yeah. So I'll be looking for something for next week. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for next week's live yet, but do something. But of course, I'll come up with some ideas, anyways. But thanks for watching tonight. I appreciate it. I'm changing my day, but I will come back on Monday and be with you on Monday. And I appreciate you taking the time to come to my Wednesday night. And anyways, I will see you on Monday, and you guys have a great evening. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you next Monday. Have a good one. Bye-bye.